Some of the greatest fish to catch in the world, in my opinion, are smallmouth bass, and here up north in the Great Lakes, there are plenty of them. This video is going to be based on Lake St. Clair, and it is going to be off the article that is put on the screen. This article will be in the description if you want to read it, but I'm just going to touch on some of the key points and key factors of the article, as well as some of the baits that I think are good. Today, we're going to be talking about where to find pre-spawn smallmouth and how to find them with what baits. So we're going to get right into that real quick. Before we really get into the video, please do me a favor, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 1K subscribers. So here I have a map of Lake St. Clair pulled up on Navionics. This is a free website. You can go online. They got depth charts of pretty much every lake in the country. Link will also be in the description. We're going to start here. This is where you see the kind of deeper areas where these fish are going to be coming from. These are the winter hangouts, so when that water gets really cold, they head out deep. These kind of 17 foot, 15, even I guess 14 foot areas are where your fish are going to be coming from. Here we can see though, on this point, it's actually pretty close to me, where the water goes from 13 feet, 10 feet kind of area. And then these fish, they're going to be moving up to spawn from those deep areas into these 6, 7 foot, even 5 foot, 4 foot areas to spawn. They like these easy transition points. That is where you're going to find some smallmouth bass in the spring. Another area here on the completely under the end of the lake. Again, you can see where the deeper water is, and it just kind of slowly creeps up in here from 9 all the way into 3, all the way up to 1 foot here pretty quickly. So bass fishing in the pre-spawn for me is a lot of movement. Whether you're on your boat or on the bank, you're doing a lot of walking, just trying to find fish anywhere. Now it also is important to note that the pre-spawn period for smallmouth bass is normally between the mid 40s to high 50s, with 60 being the magic number. Now what exactly does that magic number entail? Well, it's when they get on beds. We're not going to touch on that in this video, but it is very fun, I will say that. Smallmouth will also spawn in deeper areas than largemouth closer to the main lake. As long as they can get protection from the elements such as wind, current, any of that kind of thing, they'll spawn up to even 10 feet of water as long as there's the right bottom. Remember what I was talking about with those points and flats, so they want to be able to transition easily. There's tons of changing variables such as water temp, water color, just air temp in general. Everything changes, so they want to be able to change, and you need to be able to adapt to that. Little drops, cliff, ledges, anything like that where they can go from shallow to deep water easily is always a good spot to look. And I always start with moving baits before I pick things apart with a slow moving bait. So we're going to get on to bait number 1, and that being oh, I got one first cast. Jerkbait. It's a pretty decent fish too. The jerkbait. Now, as someone who's actually not crazy good at fishing the jerkbait, I don't feel like I can say too much on it, but I will say when it comes to smallmouth fishing in the pre-spawn, it's a great way to cover water. To really get jerk bait, I like to throw mine when I think the smallmouth are a little bit more suspended, kind of when the water starts to warm up a little bit. It is a really great way to locate fish. My favorite jerk bait setup is on the screen right now. Now, one bait I would say I have mastered for smallmouth is bait number 2. Oh, dang it, that was definitely a fish. Oh, he's looking up. Got him.
Got him? Decent?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yes, definitely in that. The swimbait. Now, in my opinion, this is actually the best bait for covering water in the pre-spawn. It doesn't quite cover water as efficiently as a jerkbait, but I just feel like nothing mimics a bait fish as good as this swimbait. Gets to the bottom of the water column really good when that water temp just barely creeps up for locating fish, and smallmouth love it. I mean, even when you got a good jerkbait bite going, I feel like you can always catch them on a swimbait. I feel like you can always catch fish on a swimbait, no matter what the time of the year is. I like to make a long cast towards some structure, just kind of crawl around the bottom, maybe put in a few twitches and pauses, and whenever you think you're working slow, work slower. Got him. The drop shot is my ultimate bait for when you finally find a good group of fish and you just want to slow down. this is the bait to do it with, in my opinion. I've got so many fish on a drop shot from 10 inches to 4 or 5 pounds. It really is, in my opinion, just the overall best bait to catch smallmouth. And when you finally locate some fish in the pre-spawn, it's a great way to catch them. I normally find these fish with a jerkbait or a swimbait, and then I throw the dropshot in there once I know I have a good group of fish. Just slowly giving it hops off the bottom, waiting for a bite. You fish it just like you would a wacky rig or an Ed rigger or two. And my dropshot setup is going on the screen right now. So again, touching on the key points, the smallmouth will congregate on points, on flats, on ledges. So where you want to look, you want to try to find bait, you want to move. Once you locate some fish, slow it down. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.